Sweet.
This is the Cyderbaby show here at Firevolt Festival with Tom, Cardinal Black.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing?
I'm all right. You're looking well.
Well, yeah. I've had a couple of pints, but I'm still going strong.
Good, man. I've only been doing this like 3 or 4 years, but I seem to have missed you. I think because of COVID and stuff like that.
Well, we've only been going for probably less than 2 years, I guess. So we kind of started off the back of COVID. Allowed us. It was a killer for a lot of bands, and it was okay for us, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it allowed us a space to form a band. So you can be excused for not knowing who we were 4 years ago because you were about 2 years too early.
Yeah, I was 2 years too early. But yeah.
but then since then we jumped quite quickly actually onto a tour with Miles Kennedy, and we did some support stuff with him, and which has been forever in our favour because anytime we go to a gig we see a Miles Kennedy t-shirt, which is very sweet, and people who have come in and seen us at that tour, and then we've done a tour with Struts as well, and more recently Peter Frampton, which is a Royal Albert Hall and stuff, which is killer and a nice tick off the list. But so we've managed hopefully to cram a little bit in the 2 years, but now you'd be forgiven for not knowing who we were 4 years ago.
No, that's fine.
I was selling caravans 4 years ago.
Were you really?
Yeah, well, someone's got to sell it.
What, big caravans, little caravans?
Well, like kind of stately homes. Like sorry. Yeah. But either way, I'd rather do this.
Okay, so I don't know what you could see from the stage in the Big Tom.
Yeah.
But the music just seemed to wash over the whole area. And everybody was just chilled out, loving the music on the grassy knoll and the small bells and everything. What was it like in there for you?
Honestly, it's always an odd one. Anytime we do a festival like this, we've done the kind of Planet Rock stuff, we've done the Steelhouse stuff. And Steelhouse is where our bread and butter, right? Like I played the first ever Steelhouse with a different band. But what we find is we get booked on the strength of people thinking that we're like uber classic rock or like heavier rock, and then we're kind of not that. I mean, we can rock it up a little bit, but we're not that. And so we always fear that if we're going to come into something like this, that everybody's going to go like, what is this? Like, it could be heavier, you know. What we end up finding is because we're pitched at the right times.
Yes, yeah.
That it's a kind of a chill out hour for people. And hopefully we gain a couple of friends and a couple of fans. But from the stage, there's never a better feeling genuinely in the world than you start playing, it's 50% full, and then within 2-3 songs it's 60-70% full, and the people are filtering down. That's a really nice feeling. But it's a great festival. It's lovely to be a part of it.
Yeah, brilliant. Ian Stratton Bev have worked really hard to bring this festival up in the last couple of years. So, it's I take my hat off. If I wore a hat, I mean, we do. But.
And what an increasingly difficult landscape it is to even start and run a festival. So
absolutely,
I take my hat off as well, and I do wear a hat. It's coming off. So it is. You've got all the constraints for all the funding around it. You've got the constraints of picking the right bands and what are these bands doing, and there's only a limited amount of space for everybody to, and the saturation feature of us being now into August and there being 1 million festivals on, and is anybody going to come? And these guys have sewn it up because it's great, and I love that idea of two tents back and forth.
Yeah.
But you never miss anything, you know.
No.
Why are people doing that everywhere? You know?
Yeah, the Firevolt shuffle, everybody
the Firevolt shuffle.
Wandering down the road to the next stage.
I played in Nebworth when it was Sonosphere at the time, I guess.
Oh, yeah. And I love that festival.
And that's that, right? Like there's a big stage here, there's a big stage here, and everybody's just filtering back and forth, which is really cool. So they got a bit of Sonosphere vibe on, I guess.
Yeah. So what's next for Cardinal Black? I mean, what's happening?
Well, I mean, what are we now? It's Saturday, so on Wednesday we board a cruise with Joe Bonamassa. It's like a blues thing in the Med, so we're on that for a week, and then September is writing, frankly, for record 2. We've only got one album out. Obviously, like I said, we haven't been around very long, so we're going over probably to Switzerland to do a lot of that recording. And then October, we're back on the road. December, we're back on the road in Europe. And then from there on, I guess. But we're kind of into second album territory.
Can be a bit tricky for some, but I reckon you'll smash it.
Yeah, I've never really understood that. Like, I suppose the thing is, right, like, because of the COVID thing, and again, because the history of the band is myself, and the singer, by the way, and then Chris, the guitarist, and Adam, the drummer, we formed a little trio way back when, in like 2010, 2012. And because we just kind of we've been writing organically kind of almost since then. We've always played in covers bands together, wedding bands, and made a bit of money and that kind of thing. There was never the pressure of the first album, which it isn't for anybody, right? Like you get 10 years into making it, fine. But then second album has never felt like we've kind of gone, right, we've hit upon this thing, we need to keep going, and we need to write towards a brief. It's always for us been like, we didn't think anybody would listen the first time round, and so if they're listening now, well, maybe we hit on something that's half decent and we'll continue to do that. So I don't really feel the pressure that and also, nobody has a clue who we are, right? That's always a benefit.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're a huge star and you're on the second album because your first was a breakout success, that must be really, really daunting. But I could always go back to selling caravans.
Really?
Yeah. You know, better interviews.
Oh,
I'm joking.
okay. Somebody
I'm
seems to be
joking.
fixing something here.
Of course I'm joking. Yeah,
No. I think the pub's falling down.
We fixed up the beer tent. For me, I hope.
Okay. I'm going to let you go because I think you are off home fairly soon. But thank you for your time. And I really did enjoy the show.
Thanks so much.
And we'll meet again.
I hope we will. Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Tom, thank you.
All the best. Cheers.